Well, hello, folks. I wanted to bring you up to date on my research process as far as trying to find automations and or outsourcing for my insurance agency building. I'm in the process of building a telesales life insurance agency. When I started this, I really wasn't sure what I was looking for. I knew I had a general direction I wanted to go for. I wanted to do telesales. I want to make this as easy as possible. I want to do one call close. I really would like to do a lot of the heavy educating through a website that I'm having built. I knew that I wanted to pay for advertising and have somebody really assist me through that whole process. And also focusing on some organic lead generations, just kind of wanted to see what's available out there, see what the best options to fit my particular desires are going to be. Just kind of wanted to bring you what I found, maybe to just show you kind of the process of what an entrepreneur goes through, show you what it might take to build an agency, and maybe just give you some ideas as to speed up the process, or maybe just copy the whole thing and save yourself some time. There are a couple of videos that I looked through that helped me find a lot of information, and I am just going to post those videos. With no further ado, let's just kind of jump into this whole list that I've got. This is the Excel spreadsheet that I built from all of the recommendations, and I've got it somewhat organized as far as how I want to go through this video. So I've got CRMs to start with, and then although I know I said that lead generation was the most important thing, I'm going to save that towards the end as far as just straight buying leads. Also, with all of these, I'm going to put the links in the description with what they are, try to organize them. So if you're interested, you can go take a look. So just to scroll through, we've got CRMs, we've got marketing just in general, we've got SMS API, which I gotta even remember what API, but basically just text messaging campaigns, and then lead generations, and then other. At the end, I will go over others, which I really want you to stay towards the end, because these others, which might not be, your typical CRM, marketing, lead generation, these other products might really be something specifically that you're looking into that might make the difference in your agency. So just kind of wanted to go over what was highlighted, what was brought to my attention, and some of the things that I found while I was doing this. I've already got all these websites pulled up. I'm going to try to just give you a quick, brief showing of what they offer and the prices. At the end of each section, I'll probably just tell you where I'm leaning, what program or system I'm leaning towards. And then at the end, I'll kind of summarize it all up. I did organize these kind of as far as probably my least pick to my most likely pick. And full disclosure, I am new in this industry. I know what I'm doing as far as entrepreneurship, but like this is all brand new to me. So this was kind of my first initial thoughts on what I was dealing with. And quite frankly, there was too much to really dive really deep into all of these websites. Most of these just want to give you as much information as possible, like what's in every little package. And quite frankly, I don't know what the majority of the stuff is in the package. I don't know what I'm looking for. I need you to help me understand what I'm looking for. All right. First thing that we're going to start with is this pipeline, or is this CRM Pipedrive. This was recommended by a couple different places, and quite frankly, let's go to the products. I'm not 100% sure what you offer, and this is pretty true of a lot of these websites. And let's see what I said specifically here. It's known for being very easy. Workflow solution, sales automation, manage leads, email marketing campaigns. But here's the thing, is it just talks a lot about automation. I really wish that you could just summarize this in a much more cohesive way. So here you go, guys. These are just the prices of what Pipedrive is. It's basically just kind of an automation CRM, but then go ahead and you can add on all of this other stuff, which lead boosters, I don't really know what that is. Web visitors add-on, I don't really know. This is really small print and I can't hardly read it. I kind of wish, like, this stuff is overwhelming. I don't know what all of this stuff is. Smart Docs add-on, and I really don't know why. Like this, but why are you doing this? Why does this happen? This doesn't make sense. Like, I just can't say that I'm super impressed with what the offering is. Too much information, too small a text, too many add-ons that I don't know what the heck they're for. But I wanted to show you what Pipedrive is. And if you're know more about this, please educate me in the comments. Let me know everything I've missed, any other suggestions that you have. But for Pipedrive, that's kind of what I saw. Salez Shark. This is what I wrote, CRM with marketing built in. Looks to be email marketing. As far as knowing what you're actually getting through here, I don't know. I'm not really sure. We can go look at these products. We can click on pricing, and this is what we get. This is for the marketing side of things. Sorry, let's look at the CRM side of things. Pretty standard, not a lot going on here. And you've got kind of the same options as far as marketing. I'm not even sure exactly what these contacts are. I'm not totally sure what kind of lead generation this is. Maybe I'm just really ignorant to this, but quite frankly, you're not going to get my business if I'm not really sure how it's going to help me. And I don't even really understand. Like, please let me know what you guys are trying to sell me. I'm trying to buy. Please let me know what you're trying to sell. On to the next one, get your appointment. This is basically a lead nurture system with, I put a baby CRM in there. Here, we're just going to kind of run through this. I actually felt like this one was pretty good as far as looking for what I needed. I like the fact that he mentioned small businesses. I like the fact that we've got just some pretty simple plans here. You can see, basically what you get there. There were some other options that fit what I needed better. So let's move on. This CRM, Zoho, I think is probably how you pronounce it, built and priced for small businesses. This is particularly talking about the CRM for insurance agents, which Zoho popped up a few different times, and it actually seems pretty good. They seem to have a CRM designed for insurance agents, or at least one that's going to be really closely aligned with what insurance agents need. So that's what I had here. These are your standard prices for your CRM. Moving on to the next is Monday.com. Again, this one, now that I've dove into the CRM world a little bit, this one's pretty well known, pretty powerful. A few notes that I had on this. Seems very capable, but probably more than what I need for an insurance agency. It kind of just seems like this is developed more for like when a customer has many points of contact or many add-ons. It has a lot of different, like these different suites. And so there's the CRM. Let's look at the pricing real quick for this, because I wanted to go over. Here's the pricing, very inexpensive. They do offer these other suites, which I thought was pretty interesting. They're kind of the same price. I don't know what all of this is different. I don't know which one of these, like what parts of these I need. I would really wish you could just say like, hey, if this is where you're at, this is what you need. Well, anyway, here's Monday.com. On to the next. VanillaSoft was another CRM that came recommended a few different times. And this one actually really caught my interest for another reason. So this is going to work with Argos and Text Drip, Argos Automation and Text Drip, which are SMS campaigns. That was kind of the main reason this was brought up on my radar. One thing that's a little bit of a bummer with this, same thing. You have to give them your information if you want to get the real price, or it says somewhere on here, pricing right here, starts at $80 a month. Who knows? I really wish people could just be more transparent with how much things cost. On to go high level. I will straight up say I've been really impressed. I'm impressed with how this looks. And one thing in particular, just the way the information is pretty concise. It's easy to read. You can tell what belongs to what. And this right here, guys, I tell you what, this infographic, just after doing a little bit of research and understanding this a little bit better, this right here is what sold me on everything. Like, this is very concise understanding of how this is happening. This is obviously a funnel, and it tells you all of the different kind of integrations that it uses as far as how it builds your funnel, how to capture, how to nurture, how to close. Here is just kind of a comparison of everything that you might need in what you might be looking for, and then how much it costs right here, $295. So these are your options right here, and this is pretty nice. I mean, after looking at what I needed to piece things together, this comes right around the ballpark of everything else, and it's already working together. This is probably what I'm going to end up going to, and there's a particular reason. This has SMS drip campaigns, able to nurture leads without ever having to make a phone call until somebody said that they've already wanted a quote. So once I realized that that was an option, I would kind of change directions, or at least maybe refined my direction. And that is a high priority for me. So that is why I have decided that I will probably be going with Go High Level CRM. Moving on to marketing. Marketing is something that I value a lot and know very little about. Basically, honestly, I mean, I'm going to rely heavily on marketing for the success of this business, which I think is the case with most of these agencies. Is you rely heavily on lead generation and bringing in agents. I plan on doing that with marketing. This is when things start to get a little bit more blurred, because what does marketing mean? Well, a lot of these options kind of combine the CRM with marketing or have different types of marketing, and they don't necessarily offer like management. I'll just go over what I found as far as marketing and the solutions that I'm going to use, and maybe this will save you guys a little bit of time when you're doing your own research. The first company I wanted to talk about was Constant Contact, which, just be warned, like they're very clever as far as how to get you to sign up. And I've gotten like a phone call every day since then, and I'm really not that interested. But Constant Contact, this is the nicest looking interface out of any of these that I have found. They've got, it's simple, it's bright, it's clear. Mostly what it looks like is an email marketing campaign and social media with a built-in CRM. But they have really, I mean, they seem to mostly focus on emailing, and they seem to really have that like down. The other thing that I really have to give them total credit for, which I'm going to post, is this really in-depth basically making sense of online marketing. They've gone really pretty in depth. Free, this is totally free, but it kind of just explains to you the importance of online marketing, how it works. And I just thought that this was really brilliant. I wanted to let you know that Constant Contact is out there. Moving on, HubSpot. This was a bit overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. Marketing Hub, Sales Hub, Service Hub, CMS Hub. This is one of these where like you can basically get everything that you want. Hub, CRM platform, and marketing, service, whatever, this content management software. This was one of these things, if you know what you're doing, it seemed like it could be pretty powerful as far as being able to piece everything together. You can do the free tools. I mean, they jump up big time. You've got the starter, you've got the professional, and these are just your marketing contacts. So I think this is, again, like they're just trying to analyze data. I'm not totally sure. This was another one that was a little bit difficult to pinpoint specifically what they did. It feels like they did everything and explained nothing about how they did any of it. At least not in a manner that I had time to really like dive into. HubSpot, I definitely would recommend if you know what you're doing. It seems like a pretty good place to piece everything together yourself, which is what I kind of thought I was going to do at first. And then I realized, no, I do not have enough experience or time to do that. And that's not really my desire. This next one is Senior Sales University. You can just see right here. It's a CRM. It also trains you how to sell Medicare over the phone and final expense. This is we're getting into kind of these like pre-built systems for you. This actually looks like there was definitely a few things that I was looking for, like the SMS. They didn't have that option so much on this, but I was actually pretty impressed from what I saw. Just a pretty quick web page put together, but better done than a lot of these systems. I will give them credit on that, but no information on how much it costs. Guys, quit asking for demos, please. Like, we know this is a sales pitch. Just give us the information somewhere else. Like, I don't just make a demo and put it up here that I can watch it myself. Agent Autopilot, this was another one of the conversations or interviews that I did with one of the marketing managers, who also, I think, had something to do with the actual programming. So go check that out. This is a lead generation through, I think it's Google AdWords, and then they also nurture this. And it's kind of a nurturing system with a bot, and it's supposed to set appointments for you as well. 75 to 100 fresh leads per week. And I also know that this like bot can put other leads into it. Sounds like a very specific kind of niche thing that I think would actually be great. But I mean, this has actually got quite a bit. Fresh free leads, power dialer, CRM and pipeline management. But this is not inexpensive either. $5.99 a month for Autopilot Pro. Autopilot Elite is $8.99, and then for the enterprise you have to inquire. You can also, the CRM's $5.99. I think you might have to pay more for email, text, and voice blast. Yep, you do. Website and landing page $7.99. Email, text, and voicemail blast $199. There you go. There's Agent Autopilot. Definitely worth checking out. As far as just marketing, I wanted to draw your attention to another video that I had made recently, which was an interview with Ryan Sherrer. Sorry, man, I don't know your last name, how to pronounce it. But anyway, you should go check that out. It was really an awesome conversation of him just kind of, answering my questions as far as digital marketing. He offers his own kind of side consultation, but he works and was the salesman that reached out to me for my website, but he works with Titan Digital, which is the company that I am having my website built with. So this is the company that he works with, and he reached out to me when I was asking questions on my Facebook group and just said, hey, I've got some options for you. Ended up going with his company to build my website, which I'm still in the process of doing. They are probably also going to be the company that I'm going to go with as far as my social media campaign. So the website was, I think about $800 to build, and I think you can look at the video that I went over as far as that consultation. And then I think I'm paying like 120 or 170 bucks a month to manage it. And then as far as social media, I'm paying their offering. I am not doing it yet, but it's a $300 monthly management fee, $500 setup, $300 monthly management fee, and then whatever you spend on ads. So this is the company that I'm going to be going with, because honestly, I got to this point after doing all of this research. I just, I don't mind doing a lot of the stuff by myself, but I would love somebody to just kind of take my hand and be like, hey, these are the strategies, these are the ads, these are the analytics, these are the way that we're going to go. So this is the company that I'm leaning very heavily towards as far as social media. And then also maybe in the future, as you could tell, I do videos and they need help as far as production and editing, because I have a lot of content that I would love to be better presented than I have right now. These are the guys I'm going to go with right now to kind of help me at the beginning of this journey and, get me set up and see how it goes. So that concludes the whole marketing kind of aspect of this, with a couple of the lead generations having a bit of that, but I'll get into that later. Actually, no, I'm going to get into that right now, because I think that there is one company that I want to highlight that I did a full interview with this gentleman. This is tidalwaveleads.com, but this is Leads for Life. I did a full interview with this guy here, Kyle. I would really, really, really encourage you guys to go take a look. This is one of the only products that I have seen where it's specifically organic leads through Facebook groups. So that's his forte. I would really like to justify paying for this system after having a conversation with a buddy of mine who's done very well selling basically through his Facebook group. He generated a lot of followers through there, and now it's basically self-sustaining. Price for this is, right now it's $2,500 for the system, but I do know that he said that it was going to be going up. I was recently educated about how to do SMS campaigns as far as sifting through your leads. I didn't understand that was a possibility. And I was basically gearing up to be like, okay, just be really efficient as far as having good leads so you could have a really good call day. And then my world was kind of rocked as far as, well, you can sort through all of these leads without ever having to call them until they've said that they want a quote. That became a pretty focal point in what I was trying to do with my agency. So this next section is specifically towards the companies that I came across. This is Rapid Pro, visually building national scalable mobile applications from anywhere in the world. You got real-time analytics, ongoing campaigns, you've got SMS just like email. This also, if you look up here, this looked like this was maybe for a little bit more complicated system as far as like trying to get them through an actual process as opposed to just trying to get a yes or a no. Twilio, I believe is how this is pronounced. This came up a lot. And I think that a lot of the CRMs that I've looked at kind of incorporate Twilio. And it is an intelligent customer engagement deal. They've got voicemail, messaging, video, live emails, and then they have a bunch of these other kind of applications. And, you know, this is when things start to get a little bit complicated. Twilio Flex, I think this is the one where you can kind of piece a bunch of these things together. I should know what this is from the research that I've done, but it's like, maybe it just does a lot that it's hard to just put it into one specific snippet of this is what I do. This is one of the other things that's a little bit difficult is how much does this cost? Well, they all kind of have their own deal. I was looking at it for specifically for SMS pricing, and they give you a couple of different rates. One thing that I do know is they anytime you receive, they charge you to receive, that's 100% profit. They don't get charged to receive anything. I also think you can get new numbers, which might be really convenient in the future when I will be licensed in a bunch of different states. There's Twilio, a really good option, but another one of these that just has like every option under the sun that I don't fully understand. But there's some info. Argos automation. I know that this Argos works with Text Drip, which is a drip text application programming interface, which allows two applications to talk to each other. Argos, Text Drip, they work together through VanillaSoft CRM, but they only work through VanillaSoft. So that's kind of the trio that I was talking about before. And I know Argos and Text Drip, like, they're from the same kind of guy, same developer. They have basically no information on either of these things. I couldn't tell you what the heck this was if it wasn't specifically pointed out to me, but I wanted to bring your attention to it. So on $10 a month, $1 or a $125 per message outbound. I know that the capabilities here are really powerful from the conversation that I had. And so this is why I wanted to bring this to your, bring this to your information. So you've got Argos automation with Text Drip that works with VanillaSoft. So there you go. That was the system that particularly I was specifically directed towards. Next on the agenda, now we are going to straight lead generations. I'm going to go quickly through this. This is MAB Media. They are $25 a lead. Basically, this is probably all that you're really looking for, $25 a lead or a little bit more. I can't remember if it was locally. Yeah, $27 a lead. There you go. I think you have to pay this much. I'm not really sure. We have the Lead Gang. This was a pretty decent demo video. At least that's what my notes say here. It's a monthly fee plus pay per lead and a pre-built campaign. There's the pricing, $4.99, $9.99, or $9.99.97. I guess whatever, I said these ones wrong. Apparently this has got a CRM and all of this other stuff in it, but apparently didn't do a very good job explaining that. There you go. There's another lead source that you guys can check out. Going on to Leads Xpert. This is the nicest, this is the most professional lead site that I've seen. I don't remember where I came across this, but there you go. There's $10 life insurance leads, live transfers. I'm not really sure. Final expense life transfers, final expense telemarketing leads. Not bad, not bad. Okay, now we are actually getting to others. So this I thought was interesting. This is an entire sales recruiting university, which this is something I might look into in the future. But this is recruit 5 5 to 15 commission reps for every single month. Anyway, just wanted you to be aware of Sales Recruiting University. Next, this is just a really interactive way of, getting people's contact information. It comes with a video kind of explaining what you're doing, a way to schedule, a way to talk to them directly, a way to get through their pre-screening application, referral fee if you're doing referrals with other people, and then kind of just the other links. And I thought this was pretty brilliant. Like, this seems way better than a digital business card, which I looked into, which is honestly about as useful as a business card. I don't know why you wouldn't just text them the information with links. That is what I have come up with so far. Just as kind of a recap, I have gone with Titan Digital for my website design, which is still in the process. I am very possibly and very probably going to use them as far as my paid social media campaign. I am leaning heavily towards Go High Level for my CRM. And then I think I am going to go with the Leads for Life for the organic lead generation Facebook group. I am this close to pulling the trigger on a few of these options. Now it's just kind of time to go from the researching to the implementation stage, which is super exciting, pretty nerve-wracking. I know that there's going to be quite a learning curve. I know there's no way that I am going to know for sure moving forward that I'm making the right decisions. I've kind of gone through this process with other businesses before. So just for me personally, I feel like I've gotten as far as I need to go to as far as research to justify a decision. I really hope that you found some value in there. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it if you shared. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.